We're live, everyone. We're alive.
We are alive. And there's another little baby alive with us, too.
We have 2 car seats back here. I don't know if you can see.
Really wild. We're officially a family of 4.
Master's party of 4, master's party of 4. Is there room for master's party for more?
You know what's funny? We're doing a Q&A, and I know that I shouldn't be shocked at this, but there was still multiple people like, okay, baby 3? And I'm like, we are literally 3 weeks postpartum as we are filming this. And I just think it's hilarious. But a lot of people were like, I know, but I have to ask.
There's a lot of good questions that you guys submitted as we kind of get back into the routine of creating content.
Yes.
And so I figured what better way to kind of jump back into the swing of things than just do like a big life update Q&A.
Yeah.
And what's fun is this is not even everything. This is just kind of the most frequently asked ones.
Yeah.
I know it's weird to think, and I'm sure you all are aware of this, but whenever we don't post on social media, it always seems like more life happens.
Yeah.
It always gives us so much more stuff to come back and get excited about, to share and everything. So
yeah. And also, welcome back.
Oh my goodness.
To our channel.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Big update Q&A. First question.
I'm going to go ahead and preface with the one I feel like a lot of y'all are probably wondering, and that is, are we going to share the birth story? The answer is yes.
Yes.
We will definitely share the birth story. I'm actually so excited to share the birth story.
Yeah, we've actually shared some of it on the Sunday Send. If you guys don't remember, we like kind of rebranded and relaunched our newsletter. So there'll be a link in the description. You can check out any of our previous newsletters, so you didn't miss out. You can go through and click through those.
It's actually so cool. Like when you click in, they kind of show up as
like thumbnails,
like little thumbnail blog posts. We like switched over our email system, and I think it's very, very cool that you can go back and now like read our emails as blogs. So
the birth story is incredible, and we can't wait to share more.
Very redemptive. The next question is, how has Micah adjusted to Noah?
You want me to answer, or
you can answer and then I'll answer.
Okay, but like, do we want to answer at the same time? That way, if we share our different points of view. Ready?
Well, I can't think of one word response. You have a one word response?
But I can share off of it, but we can just do like see if we're on the same page.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Great.
Skeptical.
Oh. What?
I think Micah's a little skeptical.
What?
He has been
Do we need to cut to a video of him
lately.
giving brother a kiss?
He has been so sweet to brother lately. And he's been giving brother kisses and stuff. But I still think he's like, is this baby staying here?
No. He is here he's buckled in.
You're probably right.
No, in my opinion, because I do want to give her some, she sees this stuff more than I do, but I think he's doing as good as he can be.
Absolutely.
For a 17-month-old that has no idea what's happening.
Exactly.
I think he's doing as good as he can do.
Yeah, I think I see it a little bit differently because Chad has like had to take on a lot more of caring for Micah because Noah needs me so much right now. I see it in his eyes, like looking at mommy while I'm breastfeeding.
Yeah, that's sad.
And I'm like, buddy, I think as a mama, there's still like, I see the skepticism in his eyes. Like, why are you holding another baby?
And I don't want to argue with you. I don't know if it's skepticism.
Yeah.
I just think he's just a little sad.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he's just trying to understand what's happening, which now makes me sad. Anyways, but I think he's doing great. Aside from maybe a few sad points here and there. I'm sure you all caught on whenever we just said this, but do you want to know Noah's nickname?
Brother.
His nickname is Brother.
Because we call Micah like Bubba and Buddy so often that we were like, this can get confusing. But Chad kept telling Micah like, oh, I'm going to go do this for Brother, or why don't you kiss Brother? And we're like, oh wow, Brother has become his little nickname.
It's kind of cute.
It's very cute.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Okay, I feel like this is like a little controversial question.
Yeah.
Just put it in for the peeps. Interrupting this video really quickly because we want to share with you guys something that we have been absolutely loving, and that is the free courses that Hillsdale College offers. And we've decided as a couple that we're going to try to go through one course a month.
Yeah, I almost feel guilty going through these courses because I'm genuinely learning more about my faith and just learning more in general from watching these courses than I did in my 5 years of undergrad, where I remember sitting in those classes thinking to myself, the teacher's just reading off a PowerPoint. Like, I could just do this in my own free time. Why do I need to be here? But what's crazy is these online courses from Hillsdale are so transformative, but they're so like, they capture your attention.
Yeah.
And they have different like graphics and the storylines and just the way that the professors even teach.
Yeah.
And it's all theologically sound and we can trust it. I'm just like, I'm fully sold out for them.
Yeah.
And so it makes me feel guilty because they're free. Like I'm learning more for something for free.
You feel like you should be paying for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to show you guys what we're seeing and how this all works. So you use our link, hillsdale.edu/masters to sign up. And then it brings you to this beautiful course, depending on which course you're signed up for. And then they have all these videos, all these different lectures, but you can take quizzes, you can leave notes, and you work through it. And it's just incredible. And so if you guys are looking to use your free time wisely and actually learn something, feel closer to God, it dives so deep. But right now we're only on lecture 3 of the David story. And now we're touching on David, which I love because we're talking about everything what happened before, what led to David.
All the
and
context.
So you guys are missing out if you don't sign up. Hillsdale.edu/masters.
And I feel like too, just for the people who feel like I don't have time to do this, I noticed now with a newborn and a toddler, I'm still nursing all of the time, like breastfeeding all of the time. And so instead of getting on my phone and scrolling, being able to throw this on and it be not only entertaining, but so educational and enriching to my spirit, it leaves me feeling encouraged and not drained. And so if you're in a season where you're like, man, I'm just feeling or like a fog, or I really want a deeper sense of knowledge of scripture, this is perfect for you.
Yeah, and if you want to kind of follow along the rhythm that we're going on, we're going to try to do one course a month. And obviously, as we talk about Hillsdale, you'll see which course we're doing, which right now is the David story, Shepherd, Father, King. So if you want to go sign up, hillsdale.edu/masters, go check it out. And back to the Q&A.
Why do you guys show your kids' faces to the world? And I feel like there's so many different people who have decided not to, that we respect so much, and we respect their reasoning so much. I think the guiding everything behind our life is the Holy Spirit and the peace of God, and us showing our kids we haven't felt a lack of peace from sharing our kids. I think a big thing from our perspective is we always want to share from like a parent's perspective and not like make the entirety of our content about our kids, but they're just such a huge part of our lives. And as a mom, I just think they're the cutest, most adorable things ever. And I like can't help but share. And I think it's like when you do something that you're proud of and you're just like, look at this.
Yeah. I guess just to echo what Tori said, we absolutely see what people are saying. We also don't have like a massive audience. And so when people have like millions of people, it's like, I feel like it's a little different in terms of pretty much like 99% of the comments and stuff are all positive. And so it feels more like a safe place, I guess I'd rather say.
Y'all are just awesome.
So I think
you guys make it peaceful.
I think that helps a lot. But I think what Tori said is that we never want to get to the place where we're shoving a camera in a kid's face and say like, say something funny or do this, or this is about you, but rather this is about us and our families in the background doing life too. But we're open to changing that. There's no like, this is our stance on it.
If the piece is ever removed, then their faces are removed. That's kind of how we operate.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is more of a question for me, but there was a lot of people asking when Talks with Tori is going to come back. And you know what's funny is we were always planning on Talks with Tori coming back pre-Noah, but then with the move and everything, and then I like wanted to do a season where I had everyone in person, and then we were trying to coordinate all that as we were like moving and getting settled. And so season 2 just got continually pushed and pushed because there was so much else on our plate still. And it was just one of those things where we were like, okay, this one thing needs to be like set aside for this season, but fully planning on making a return. It might be closer to the fall, to be honest. Might
just
be
as
like
we get into a rhythm.
We just got to get in a better rhythm, and we're trying to figure out life with 2 under 2, and I'm trying to give myself some grace. But it will be back. I love doing Talks with Tori. It will be back. I just don't want to put a timeline on it because I don't want to say this is when it's coming back and then it not come back again. And so, I
think, and this kind of goes with the majority of our content. I want to say all of it, but just being transparent, sometimes there's some pressure to create because it's our job as well. But we always want things to be led by God. And what I mean by that is that there's even been people that have approached us about book deals. And if you all don't know, book deals can typically be pretty financially like helpful, lucrative. And if we don't feel God leading us that direction, we're not going to do it. Does that mean that we don't have some fun ideas? No, we absolutely have some fun ideas.
Yeah.
But we need his peace to guide that.
Yep.
And same type of thing with Talks with Tori. We don't want her just to do stuff just because she has to do it.
Yeah.
Because that's just the thing to do. We want to make sure that God is like, yeah, hey Tori.
This is the season.
This is the season. Season 2 Talks with Tori. This is what is happening.
Waiting for the green light.
Yeah.
Next one, and I know that they said how to overcome being a sleep deprived new mom. But I think this question could go to both of us because I feel like we're both a little bit sleep deprived. We've been trying to do, and I feel like this is every couple, every family dynamic decision, but we've been trying to do a little bit more of the divide and conquer thing just because, to be honest, like Chad doesn't have the boobs. And so like in the middle of the night, Chad's not necessarily as needed as me. And Noah is actually a very, very loud sleeper. So it's kind of difficult to just get sleep in general, even when he is sleeping. And so Chad has actually been sleeping in the guest room and taking shift with Micah, who decided to have a sleep regression right when Noah was born. And so Chad has been taking the shift with Micah and waking up with him and letting me kind of sleep in a little bit later with Noah. I would say like the one thing about sleep deprivation and getting through postpartum is knowing when to ask for help, allowing yourself and giving yourself grace to receive that help, because in our pride so often we want to show like, oh, I can handle it all, I can do it all, etc. And the reality is like, I couldn't handle it all and do it all, etc. And so I needed Chad to wake up with Micah so that I could get that extra hour. And right now we actually have both of our moms in town and they're thriving. His mom has Noah right now. My mom's playing outside with Micah, and it's a blessing for them because they're grandparents. And then also we get to come back and film a video and update you guys. And so it's a blessing to have help. And then also just remembering that the joy of the Lord is our strength. And so I think it's really easy when you're sleep deprived for your emotions to like fully take hold. And so if we can decide and choose to focus on what we're grateful for in those moments, because it's really difficult when you're sleep deprived to like not let it take over and be like, okay, Lord, I'm going to remember the joy of this season and how it's such a short season, and then just sleep when you can, just sleep when you can.
Yeah, Tori's actually just sharing that with me earlier. She was listening to I think a podcast or sermon and was talking about why the enemy tries to steal your joy. And I really want you to try to think about ways that your joy is being sucked away from you or pulled away from you or ripped away from you.
Yeah.
Because when Tori shares that the joy of the Lord is my strength, when he steals your joy, he's taking your strength to move forward. And I think that's the big thing to clue into here. If you're able to get help, even if it's for a small season where you find...
Or a small window.
Yeah, a small window where you find like a young nanny or babysitter that can give you 2 hours a day, 3 days a week. That's 6 hours a week, where if you can, okay, I'm good for 2 hours. I'm going to take a power nap 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just to try to get yourself back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the season does get better. And we experienced that with Micah. It does absolutely get better, but it's just that newborn season and with little ones. And so you kind of just come to expect it now. And also, if you're able to just ask for help, but don't do it alone. You're not meant to do this alone. Yeah. I'm echoing everything she said, but I just want to reiterate those things where being a mom, especially a tired mom, when the baby needs you and you don't want to really ask for help because the baby needs you, you're the mom. There's such a pressure there, but people can help you be a good mom, right? And so I think just unpacking what that looks like and just getting little bits and pieces of help here and there to keep you moving forward.
Yeah. Okay, so next question is a little bit towards me, but again, I feel like it has to do with you. It says, how did you prioritize postpartum recovery?
Oh, it says, how do you prioritize postpartum? I thought it said, how do you prioritize pee-pee recovery? Because they just put, oh my goodness. I was like, what is this person asking? But let me tell you about how to get that recovery. Okay, go ahead. You're up.
PP means postpartum.
Yep, okay. Anyways, I thought it was something else.
How did you prioritize postpartum recovery the second time around with a toddler to care for too? And we actually talked about this a lot in the Sunday Sin, but prior to me taking that little bit of like a maternity leave, we like sprinted so that I could take a leave. So we like tried to get ahead on stuff. We planned out what it was going to look like.
We found help.
We decided like, okay, Chad's going to focus on this in that season because so much of our work is us. Like Chad did mornings with the masters and he absolutely crushed it. And so there was so much that we did prior to so that I could rest. And we like had the moms in town. And so there was a lot. Again, it goes back to like, we prepared for rest and Chad took on more and I had to completely humble myself and just ask for help.
Yeah.
And help has been super helpful.
Yeah, and I don't think the rest that you'll get will ever be enough, and Tori's been experiencing this.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever be exactly where you want it to be. And I think that's a hard thing you have to accept. That's where you just find little pockets of help.
Yeah.
And another way, the postpartum recovery was so much faster for her this time around. Her body bounced back, where last time it felt like it took such a long time. Your body was doing what it needed to do.
Yeah.
But this time it was wild how your body just knew what to do right away. It was so interesting.
Yeah. And I'll do more of like a quote unquote 4th trimester recap, and I'll do maybe a Q&A that's more about kind of post-birth, birth, etc. But yeah, I'll just say everything has been very, very redemptive in that capacity.
So PP recovery is going well. Okay, next question.
There was a sweet question that says, will there be another chance to do the Unveiled mentorship program? And yes. But we'll be announcing that a little while from now. But there is a wait list, so we will put a link down for the wait list for that. So
also, there's a groundhog right over there.
Oh my gosh. See it? That thing is huge.
I think so cute.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen a groundhog
It's
before.
so cute. Look how cute this thing is. Are you joking me right now? I'm in love. What do you want to name him? Henry the hedgehog. Or the groundhog.
Maybe
you threw me off with it. Greg the groundhog. I like that.
Hi, Greg. Okay. There was actually a lot of these questions. Are we still planning to adopt now that we have 2 kids? Oh my goodness, Greg is right there. Maybe we'll adopt Greg.
Hey everyone, we got a new pet. This is our new pet. Greg is handsome. Wow.
What a little cutie. Wow, we're so distracted by Greg. I just feel like I keep coming back to the same answer. God's peace and him opening the right door and when he places that on our heart. And yeah. Okay, so back to a Noah Micah question. How do we balance time spent with both of them individually? And I feel like we're very intentional about making sure that I still have quality alone time with Micah. Yep. And so a lot of the time I'll try to breastfeed Noah like right before Micah's gonna wake up from his nap. That way like I can spend time with him right after his nap, or I'll breastfeed Noah right before we're doing bedtime with Micah. That way I can still be involved with like bedtime and getting Micah down.
I mean, this is something that we take so seriously that, and this is not to pat myself on the back, just being honest, I would carry Tori upstairs a few days postpartum so that way she could just sit in the room during Micah's bedtime routine. Yeah. Because she put him to sleep almost every day of his life. Mm-hmm. And so, what is this fly doing in here?
It's a nap.
I need Harold or Greg to come get him. But yeah, so that's just, again, it's just kind of being intentional, understanding his needs. And if Tori is really dialed in with Noah, guess what? Mike and I are going to go outside and go have a blast where he's not like getting little jealous moments.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's all about intentionality. Okay, there was also a ton of you asking about my breastfeeding journey this time around. And honestly, there's way too much to say in this Q&A. So I'm going to save that question for like the 4th trimester recap, etc. Because I'll just say it's a journey.
Yep.
It's a journey.
Yep. Life is a journey.
Life is a journey.
And our response to it is what matters.
Amen. Okay, last question. Are you planning to have a daughter? Okay, would we love to have a daughter? 100%. Absolutely. But guess what? We do not decide that. That's a God thing. Yeah. Will we keep having babies and keep trying to have a daughter?
We're willing, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've had a name for a daughter for the longest time.
Yeah, for years. Yeah. Since we like first got married. Yeah. So I have a feeling she's coming. I feel like like I've had so much confirmation from the Lord that we're going to have a daughter. And so I'm holding on to that promise. But again, I like to just say God is the ultimate designer, planner. And so he knows exactly what our family needs.
Yeah. As hard as it is to say, our hands are very open in this situation. We're very open receiving a daughter. That would be so lovely.
Yeah.
But if our hands are so clenched that we have to have it our way, for our will, for our own kingdom, then it's not going to be good for anybody. And we'll even probably like develop an unhealthy relationship because we're demanding our way.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely harder. It's easier said than done to just kind of put your trust in God over that. But he doesn't make mistakes. We've been saying it since the very beginning. He doesn't make mistakes. And so we're just going to keep pressing into that, keep leaning into that. And as that time comes, be excited.
Yeah. Okay. That is all the questions for today. I know this was probably a bit of a longer video, but we have some really fun content for you guys coming. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed down there. I'm like, I don't even know how to say that. I feel like I never tell people to subscribe, but we're going to do a little video introducing y'all to sweet Noah. We're going to share the birth story. We're going to answer a lot more questions and also share some other stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. And so lots coming at y'all soon.
Yeah.
So
be sure to go to hillsdale.edu/masters, free online courses. You won't regret it. Go check it out. And we'll talk to you all in the next one.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.